are underway here in Las Vegas. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 20. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. DJ Turner, an even 90 yards. And the Raiders need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And able to get this out to the 25. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
I like game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Saints nothing.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Kamara. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. From midfield, here's Carr. That's to his running back, complete. Still going. They can't stop him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop it, look like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Groupie able to add the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Well, now how about this return? And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's Minshew. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now Minshew. That's caught by Tucker. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Third down and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll throw now on the final play. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even? They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
They'll turn to Kamara. But he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Carr, he wants to change up the look here. Kamara up the middle. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, It's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
Carr going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw, it's Carr. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 59 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Carr will look to throw. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Minshew sets to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
White, he'll try the left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And the Las Vegas
They keep it on the ground. White again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Back to throw. Flush to his right. The ball comes out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 43-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. White running to the left. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over, is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
On fourth down, Minshew. That is caught, and he is going to have a Raiders first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. First down, here's White. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He was brought down by Bill Hurst. 1-yard gain brings up.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So after the penalty, a break. 1st and 5. Now back to the ground game with White. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
To throw his Carr. He gets this complete to Shaheed. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Nifty move.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's third down now. Carr to throw. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here we go. This is fourth down. Throwing his Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Final minute, one timeout remaining. First and 10. Carr. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Minshew. Dancing to his left. This is caught by Tucker. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They'll come up first and 10 here. Here's Minshew. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near